Some new turns in the continuing crash of San Francisco's taxi industry. We've been following cab drivers struggling to compete with Lyft and Uber while the city requires them to have medallions, which cost up to $250,000. Now the city is trying to sell cab drivers on possible medallion reforms. But as Wilson Walker reports, many of those drivers aren't buying it.
So you're making an issue out of medallions that are totally worthless today.
Who the hell is going to have a right to go to the airport?
What happens when you give San Francisco cab drivers a chance to sound off on the city's disastrous taxi medallion program?
Pay back the people who paid for the medallions.
And it went on like that for 2 hours as drivers were given the opportunity to comment on a set of proposed reforms designed to help struggling drivers, among them limiting which medallion holders can pick up fares at SFO.
At this time, the airport is the only one which really helped us to survive.
SFO, long considered by some cabbies to be prime fairground, but this proposed change would mean only the drivers who bought their medallions from the city would get airport access. Hundreds of other drivers who earned their medallions through decades of wait lists and other previous taxi regulation plans, they would be shut out.
Separating us into two groups is a terrible idea.
One after another, they pretty much made the same argument to SFMTA officials that none of these various reform ideas really gets to the heart of the problem.
We don't have a medallion problem. We have a problem that the taxi drivers in this city can't find passengers.
You showed her a piece of paper. What was that?
That is the bank payment for my medallion. $2,353.99.
Still looming over this entire discussion, the $28 million lawsuit filed against the city by the San Francisco Federal Credit Union, which now holds some $130 million in troubled loans associated with those troubled medallions. Credit union tells me that lawsuit is full speed ahead now that a judge has found grounds for the case to proceed on that breach of contract claim. And in the meantime, the city is trying to roll out some answers for drivers. And so far, they do not like what they are hearing.
Get me out of this, please.
In San Francisco, Wilson Walker, KPIX 5.